I think it's clear that across the world we have seen in the last decade, and it's only accelerating really, a move towards greater autonomy of schools, a move away from jurisdictions or governments having a straight line of authority over how these organisations are run. Now, you know, you can assess that in a whole variety of ways. Some people believe it's absolutely the right way to go. It models the kinds of greater levels of autonomy and responsibility that people in other industries take in terms of flatter hierarchies and so forth. But there are problems associated with it. And one of the things I would observe, I think, is that one of the key features of successful innovation is that it is a fundamentally collaborative activity. The image of the lone innovator working with a wet towel around his or her head, alone in a room, is of course completely inappropriate. Today, in contemporary society, the significant innovations arise out of collaboration. And so I think the education services have a kind of dilemma facing them. It could be that the route of higher autonomy for schools means that the notion and the practice of collaboration disappears altogether. Or it could be that from a sense of strength, as autonomous organisations, they elect to come together, to collaborate together, and to offer, as it were, system leadership, but from within the profession on behalf of the profession. And as we've begun this project, it's become clear to us that innovative energy will best be challenged through forms of collaboration which perhaps haven't been widely practiced within the Australian context, but it's pretty clear that people are up for it. And so two issues will arise. How do schools from relatively autonomous positions decide to collaborate, share resources, create knowledge together, give a greater acceleration to their innovative work? And from that position, what kind of system leadership are they offering on behalf of the profession to the profession?
Valerie's right. We've seen in studies, not just in education, but right around the world, that on average, there's an 80% correlation between collaboration and innovation. So the organisations that collaborate, there's a very high percentage of them are recognised as innovative organisations. The challenge that leaders have got is that through social media and the ways in which we now learn socially, there are all kinds of collaborations which are taking place, which are not just within organisations, but across organisations. And we're seeing that now in teaching. We've seen the explosion of teach meets, where teachers are voluntarily coming together to share what works. We're seeing this in Twitter conversations. And so there's a real challenge because none of this existed even 5 years ago. And we have to find ways, more sophisticated ways of distributed leadership within and across schools to be able to thrive in this new reality.